Never-before-seen confidential video given to the New York Times reveals shocking details from the war crimes investigation of a Navy SEAL. Members of SEAL Team 7 were interviewed about the accusations against Special Operations Chief Edward Gallagher. He faced nearly a dozen charges, including allegedly murdering a teenage member of ISIS. David Martin is at the Pentagon and has covered the Gallagher case. So, David, what do these interviews show?
Good morning. The men said they witnessed Gallagher stabbing a captured ISIS fighter, one of them directly contradicting his sworn testimony in court. Some of them were visibly uncomfortable at breaking the code of silence against a fellow SEAL.
I think he just wants to kill anybody he can.
Stark testimony from members of SEAL Team 7 paint a chilling picture of violence by their platoon chief.
Did he say anything when he did this, or did he just literally pull out a knife and just start stabbing him?
He just pulled out a knife and started stabbing him.
The evidence obtained by the New York Times was part of a war crimes investigation into Edward Gallagher, a decorated Navy SEAL who was accused of fatally stabbing a young ISIS prisoner. It includes never-before-seen body cam footage in which you see Gallagher over the limp ISIS fighter's body before the camera is switched off.
Did you interpret him as a threat at any point when Gallagher stabbed him?
I did not, no.
Okay. Is there any doubt in your mind that these are war crimes?
No.
Corey Scott, whose testimony in court was crucial to Gallagher's acquittal, was also interviewed.
Did he do anything that could be interpreted as lunging, attacking Eddie in any way that would justify it?
No.
But on the stand, and after being given full immunity, Scott took the fall for the boy's death.
They tried to frame me as a criminal from the get-go.
In July, Gallagher was demoted after a military jury convicted him of posing for a photo with the ISIS fighter's corpse. A Navy board also considered stripping Gallagher of his trident pin, symbol of his status as an elite Navy SEAL.
They wanted to take his pin away, and I said, no, you're not going to take it away.
Last month, President Trump intervened and restored Gallagher's rank.
These are tough people, and we're going to protect our warfighters.
A move that angered many in the Navy, including former Navy Secretary Richard Spencer, who was ousted after requesting the president not get involved in Gallagher's case.
I don't think he really understands the full definition of a warfighter. A warfighter is a profession of arms, and a profession of arms has standards that they have to be held to, and they hold themselves to.
Gallagher, who just this week met with President Trump at his Mar-a-Lago resort, has repeatedly expressed his gratitude.
I don't know how many times I thank the president. He keeps, stepping in and doing the right thing.
The jury heard, an attorney for Gallagher told CBS News, the jury heard all the evidence, the prosecutions and the defenses, and acquitted Eddie of every single serious charge. Enough said. Jerika?
David Martin for us. Thank you.
Pretty wild stuff. The reputation of the United States looks horrible when something like that happens. They keep mentioning that he killed an ISIS fighter, but what they don't mention as much is the fact that people that were serving with him said that he fired at a 12-year-old boy. He was trying to kill innocent people all the time. Trump going ahead and just letting him off the hook, pardoning him, that looks horrible for the U.S. and it looks horrible for the Trump administration. Really, the guy's actions speak for himself. You have tough guys, tough Marines that turned on him just in an instant because of his actions. The U.S. has committed a lot of war crimes throughout history, and our citizens don't recognize this, but the rest of the world does. There's a reason why people look at the United States government with suspicion. I know people that are Marines that once they get out of service, they later look back and they study and they realize that the U.S. was in the wrong. In the case of this guy, Gallagher, that's very obvious. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel for more on history and politics.